Moving on, PayPal has commissioned a study conducted by Ipsos wherein they analyze trends in mobile commerce, that is m-commerce, across the globe. The study essentially suggests that India is leading the way in mobile commerce usage, with 88% of consumer respondents using mobile devices for purchases or payments online, and 81% of business respondents saying they are mobile optimized. Ankita Saxena caught up with Anupam Pahuja, Managing Director, PayPal India, about the opportunity that these statistics have to offer to payment gateways and how will this change the percentage of PayPal's advertising spends towards mobile.
Hi Anupam, welcome to Storyboard. I'm meeting you after a year. Last time we met, you rolled out your first campaign in India. And today you're rolling out a study that's done by Ipsos that analyzes trends on m-commerce.
That's right.
Could you take us through the highlights of the report? What are the trends and what is the consumer buying behavior online looking like?
Yeah, the report has been very interesting. We did a study across 11 markets, India being one of those 11 markets. And three things basically stood out for me. First is, there's this movement towards mobile commerce, right? In India, we kind of take it for granted because most people do shop on mobile commerce. But India is far ahead of most of the world when it comes to mobile commerce. 98% of Indians are using mobile to discover and or to shop online. The second big trend is about 58% of the folks are using some kind of a social context for their discovery and or for shopping, whether it be through WhatsApp or Instagram and so on and so forth. 54%, 55% of the people are actually doing a cross-border transaction, meaning sitting in India and buying from a merchant, let's say in the United States or in China, etc., etc. So those are the key major three trends.
Okay. Now, according to your report, 88% of Indian consumers prefer buying through a mobile device, whereas there 51% of online sales are happening on mobile. So now there is a dichotomy in this figure. What is the reason for this sharp gap between consumers wanting to buy online and the merchant partners probably being a little reluctant about selling online?
Yeah, it's a very interesting finding, seriously. One thing we've established, everybody wants to shop on the phone. What I think, the couple of things that are driving only 50%, 51% of sales coming from mobile devices. One is high ticket, high value items. People feel more comfortable buying from coming home, going on a computer, maybe buying from there, as opposed to an impulse buy, which could be on a phone while you're on a metro or something like that. The second area is that the merchants are not yet ready for mobile commerce. Our study found only 50-some-odd% merchants are focusing on developing a mobile-friendly environment for shopping. That's probably in the long tail, right? The SMBs.
But why so? Because the consumer is willing, the consumer is ready. Why is there an apprehension on the part of the merchant?
I think the biggest reason is the cost of technology, right? These are small merchants, the long tail. The larger merchants have their own private label apps, right? You look at the big merchants, they will all have their own apps. For a smaller merchant to actually attract people to their own app is very difficult to do, right? And the cost of marketing, the cost of technology of their own app becomes a little high.
So, if convenience is a major driver of m-commerce, the roadblocks are, as you mentioned, connectivity could be a roadblock, and the second is the trust issue. How do you build trust? How do you build trust among merchant partners and provide them with a safer environment for transaction?
Yeah, so there's a lot of conversations about security versus convenience, right? I can only offer security or I can offer convenience. In my mind, it has to be security and convenience, not security or convenience, right? They have to go hand in hand. That helps to build trust. Further add, I think in India, we've seen a lot of deals and discounts and cashbacks. I think those are very temporary things, right? Yeah. And people in the end who will win are going to win not because they're providing a cashback or a discount, but inherently their product is much more secure, much more innovative, and much more convenient for a person to use. Those people in the end will win.
Yeah, okay. Now, all of this data is indicative of the fact that there is a lot of opportunity, there's a lot of headroom for PayPal especially. How do you hope to leverage this opportunity, and what is your outlook for FY20?
Well, our outlook is great. Our focus is on technology and innovation and really driving new ways of doing things that people have not seen before in India. So I'll give you an example. So we've just launched in beta trial a no OTP solution for our consumers. So you just do one single click checkout and that's all you need to do. But it is built on a bedrock of very advanced security. So security and convenience together.
Okay. Now, Anupam, this industry has been abuzz with the mobile-first advertising for quite some time. Now, you rolled out a campaign last year. As an advertiser, given the statistics of consumers wanting to buy on a mobile device, what percentage of your total advertising spends will be now towards mobile advertising?
A majority, I would say, right? I don't know the exact numbers, but I would argue anywhere between 70 to 80%. You got to be where your customers are.
Yeah.
If your customers are on the mobile phone, you would advertise on the mobile phone. It just makes common sense. And the convenience that a mobile phone provides is far superior to any other mode. So our focus is mobile only in India.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Ankita. Thank you for having me on the show.
It is time for us to take a short break. On the other side of this break, we catch up with